Episode 16.
Welcome.
Episode 16.
Episode 16.
That's pretty big. That's pretty huge.
Of podcast.
It's almost as big as my penis.
Almost as big as your penis. You're switching up the stories now.
No,
bro.
dude. You gotta keep everybody on their toes.
Yeah, that's fair.
No lie.
Yeah.
A couple episodes, it was two Tic Tacs glued together now.
It still is about that size, but I have to lie about it to make myself feel better.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I wanted to welcome Tell to the podcast.
Yes, welcome Tell.
Papa Tell.
He's here for his first episode.
40.
Podcast 43.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Fuck yeah, thank you guys.
Yeah, dude.
We're also welcoming back Zachy G.
Zachy G!
Yeah, welcome.
I'm
How's it
awake
going,
tonight.
dude?
I'm awake tonight. So
You feeling
that's
better?
good. I'm feeling a lot better.
Refreshed, if you will.
Refreshed, yes.
Okay.
Party time.
Okay. We missed
Party
you.
time.
We did miss you.
We missed you. Right off the bat, this is something we got to talk about.
Okay.
Born Osiris.
Dude.
We talked about it in the last episode.
Yep.
We got to talk about that show for real.
Oh my goodness.
That show was fire.
It was awesome.
That shit was fire. So we saw that Kingdom of Giants opened up first.
Mm-hmm.
They were sick. We didn't see all their show.
Yeah, we
saw,
caught about half their set.
We saw Cash Out, which is one of my favorite songs.
Oh.
That was sick.
Is that by them?
Yeah, that's by them.
Okay.
And then the night took a turn,
Oh shit.
and Spike came out.
Spike Colt!
Dude, Spike Colt. Spike Colt went hard. What do you think about Spike Live?
Dude. Fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, I love seeing a band that heavy live.
Yeah, it was sick.
It was crazy.
What'd you think about it, Tal?
It was fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was great. I liked them.
That's sick.
I remember because we went up and talked to the Spike. I don't remember. Do you know his name by any chance?
It's like, I think it's Darius.
Doris. Okay.
I don't know.
Well, we
That's
went up.
his Instagram release.
You got a picture with him?
Yeah, we'll put that here.
Yeah. Doink.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like he was just a super nice guy, but his energy on stage, dude,
It was crazy.
Something
gosh.
I've never fucking
He was flicking his tongue at people.
He was an entirely different person.
Uh-huh.
And it was crazy.
It was
Yeah,
weird.
dude, he would put his finger in his mouth, like, ah! And
It was
fucking,
crazy.
he without the mic even, he just yell at people in the
Yeah.
crowd. He'd go, hey, fucking!
Yeah, he would just scream.
Yeah, just for the sake of being angry.
Did you notice how big his eyes got?
Yeah.
His eyes
Yes.
got fucking huge, and it was like, whoa, guy.
What is that one song he has? I am all that is evil.
The root of all evil.
The root of all
Dude.
evil.
That shit live was fucking crazy.
I was telling you at the show when he was singing that, I was looking at him while he was
Violent.
Yeah, I was like, I believe this guy.
It was
He is the root of all evil.
That guy went hard. So went Spite, who I love.
Yeah.
And then we got hit with Bad Omens,
Dude.
who I also love.
Honestly, I was surprised.
Yeah.
They were really good.
They made an impression on me. I've been listening to them like pretty much non-stop since that show. They're pretty dope. Bad Omens. They just released a new album like 2 hours ago too. I've been listening to
Oh
that.
shit.
So
And that's when we moved up to the front.
That's when
Because
we
for Spite,
we were in the back, we were scared.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, I didn't want to go anywhere up there for Spite.
Crowd killers, though, like I said.
Yeah,
Crowd killers.
bad ones.
dude, yeah.
Whatever, though. But yeah, we moved up to the front for Bad Omens. They put on a hell of a show.
Yeah.
It was dope.
But, dude,
But yeah.
let's talk about who stole the show.
Yeah, dude.
God.
Born of Osiris.
This is why they're the headliner.
Holy shit.
That was-
For a metal show, that shit was fucking insane.
It was so cool, dude.
I have always said that Attila plays the best live show.
Yeah.
Born of Osiris came close for that one. It was
Because
crazy.
it was
Does
like
it come in second?
I think they might be even, bro.
no.
I swear to God.
I'm telling you,
No.
you missed the best fucking
You don't
part
think
of
so?
the show.
No.
I don't.
It
know,
was
honestly.
fun.
I think it was fun, but I think like
How into it were you? Because I was raging.
No, I was-
Dude, I was into
when
it.
Osiris came on, I was raging.
we were partying hard, but I think the first time I saw Attila
Yeah.
was the craziest show I've ever been to. It was at Ace of Spades,
Yeah.
and that's a tiny venue, and it was just jammed packed, dude. It wasn't really like that for Born of Osiris. Granted, I mean, Cargo is kind of a bigger spot, I would say, than Ace of Spades, but it was almost there energy wise, I'd say.
I thought the energy was there. I mean, I am still in so much pain.
My neck hurts. My neck hurts.
My
still.
legs hurt.
It was
I fell
wild.
hard in the pit.
But I got to meet, I think he's called Joe Burris.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's his name.
The synth guy.
Yeah, he does vocals and he does the synth.
Yeah, he was good. He was
gave me a
cool.
hug, and that was fucking awesome. And then their bassist was talking to me.
Mhm.
And then you did something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I waited till after the show. all the guys that were, all the roadies that were just taking apart their shit, they were handing out the set lists and the drumsticks and shit. So I stuck around at the front and I was like, bro, give me a set list, please. Because at the beginning of the show, I told you, I was like, Amar, I'm getting you a set list.
Yeah.
Born of Osiris.
That shit was
And
sick.
I did. I got one, and it was all laminated. It's the nicest one I've ever.
It is a nice
It's fucking laminated.
All the ones that I saw them hand out were laminated.
I was surprised. Why would you hand that out if you laminated it?
True.
You know, like what was the point? But I'm not gonna argue with it.
Yeah.
So sick.
That was fucking dope.
Their production was fucked.
Oh.
It was awesome.
See, okay, and honestly, worth the fucking 55 minutes we waited for them to set up.
Yeah, that was.
Oh yeah,
it
they
was
one of those
time.
bands.
Yeah,
it took a fucking while.
It took a while, but it was worth it.
And their guitarist.
That was
Osiris.
whoa. That shit was crazy. That shit was really crazy. He's so precise. You don't really realize that until you see him live. Like when because after the encore they played Abstract Art. You've heard that.
I haven't. Honestly, I'm not that into them.
Okay. Well, they played Abstract Art, and it starts off technical. It's like alien core type shit. But to see him and not miss any beat was pretty sick.
Yeah,
it was pretty sick.
I wasn't really paying too much attention to the drummer in the back.
Yeah,
but
he's so far back on that riser.
I know, I could barely see him,
Yeah.
honestly. But the synth guy, the one that you were talking to, gave you a hug.
Yeah.
Don't remember his name. I forget.
I think it is Joe.
Joe. Okay. But well, some of the parts, when I don't know, it was like boo doo doo doo. They would just put tiny shit in there, and I would look at the guitar player, and I'd be like, is that him doing that shit? And then I look over, and it's like, no, and he's just on the fucking just getting down with it. I was like, fuck yeah, dude. It was a sick. I've never seen a metal show with a keys and synth and shit like that. So that was something cool to experience.
Something else that when I knew the show was gonna be insane is because they open up with a song called Machine. Everyone's heard Machine. But in that song it's called the snare bomb. It's like a loud.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about. You do.
Yeah.
So it's what they do. I think is they reverse the sound of the hit. So it's gotcha. So it sounds like it's getting sucked in, and it's metal. It sounds sick. And then they did that live, and I was like, all right, this shit's gonna be fucking stupid.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
hearing the lead singer of Spite do his fucking bark
Yeah.
for Kill or Be Killed.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
Yeah, I got a
Was he
photo.
Spite?
No, not the whole band, just the singer.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
he
wish I
got a
met the whole
picture.
band.
Was he so cool?
He was really quiet.
Really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he was nice.
Quiet?
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
Yeah. I was like, dude, I went up to him because Amar got a picture, and I took the picture, and then Zach shook his hand, said what's up, and I was like, bro, you have some crazy energy on stage, nobody I've ever seen.
Yeah, it is absurd.
And then he was like, dude, thanks, I really appreciate that.
Calm.
Yeah, he was just
Calm.
chill as fuck. I expected him to be like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I
thought he was gonna be scary, and he is a little scary in the sense that he doesn't even though the venue is loud, he didn't really raise his voice. He still just kind of speaks.
Yeah, he just had a hoodie on.
Yeah, it was legit.
Yeah.
But he probably has to deal with that so often.
He's in Spite. He doesn't have to deal with it that often.
What do you
just
mean?
saying. Dude, he's in Spite.
What do you mean, deal with what? What are you saying?
With fans. I mean, he's in Spite. Obviously,
He's on tour, though.
Yeah,
definitely more
tour.
than me.
Yeah,
Tour.
I guess, but I don't know. He was a nice guy. I'm not talking shit.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying he's in Spite.
I think it's weird meeting these musicians who put on a super good show like
Yeah.
that, and then you go and see what they're touring in, and they're in some fucking beater band.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
what's
how
it
a lot of
called?
these guys live.
Yeah, it's
A
true.
lot of bands, they just rough it out in bands. They live in bands 9 months out of the year.
Mhm. Yeah, it's shitty.
That one
It's
band.
shitty.
Bad Omens?
Yeah, Bad
Their
Omens.
van broke down.
Yeah. They
Like
talked
right
about
before, in Seattle or some shit, right before our show.
that. Yeah, they were telling us about that.
That's gotta suck. You guys were telling me about a story in the garage about how you guys were driving down to LA and it was just a fucked situation.
So let's talk about that.
Sure.
So Tell and I used to be in a band called Silithian. And we were fucking sick. Look us up on iTunes. But yeah, we did a lot of cool shit. And the story you're talking about was on a trip to LA for Attila.
Ooh, were you
Yeah.
playing with him?
Yeah, but not really.
What do you
It
mean?
was like a festival.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
okay.
Attila was the only band.
That you recognized?
that anyone
Yes,
recognized.
because every single other band was like a local band from all around the country.
Oh fuck.
And basically these promoters, what they do, it's basically a scam.
It is a scam.
So they contact all these bands everywhere.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, buy all your tickets and come play this music festival with Attila. Like, we'll put you on a good stage. We promise you, like, you'll be playing in front of, like, what they promised to us.
We were guaranteed 6 to 8K.
Yeah,
Holy
that
shit.
many people.
What?
Like, seeing our band.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that was fucking huge for us because
Yeah.
it's in an arena. You have to remember that it's an
Okay.
arena like festival, and we were like 8,000 people are gonna watch us.
Yeah, no shit.
So we bought our tickets.
We were
bought
ready.
all of our fucking
How many tickets did you buy?
A lot.
Probably 100.
Enough to
we spent a
sell.
lot of goddamn money on
Probably
those fucking
100.
tickets.
Okay.
At $18 each, by the way.
Oh my god. So that's where they scammed you. They made you buy the tickets.
Well, because
Yeah,
every band
but-
has to buy their tickets. No one's from LA, so you can't sell any.
Gotcha,
Exactly.
gotcha.
Like, you can try, nobody's gonna buy it, but you're like, fuck, I'm gonna play for this many people. I get to play with Attila. Let's fucking go.
Sure.
That's the mentality of these bands. So we show up, and immediately there's fucking bands just playing to nobody on
No
these
one.
tiny, shitty stages.
Really?
And I just remember this one band, and he goes, "Hey guys, we came all the way from fucking St. Louis. Like, come on, please watch our set." Nobody. Not a damn fucking person.
That fucking sucks.
It was a bad show.
Okay,
Wow.
okay, but how did your guys' show go? The same.
Poorly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I remember like a couple people were watching us and they were enjoying our set.
Some people were vibing with us. I did have a guy flip me off for the first time. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but it wasn't out of anger.
You know, it was out of love. It was cool.
Out of
He
like
was a
getting
nice
down.
guy.
It was like a metal, like.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We talked to him afterwards, and he just gave us props. He said that he saw a lot in us. He said he had toured with like Suicide Silence in the past, everything like that. He was a pretty cool guy.
He was very nice.
Well,
He was
shit.
cool.
At least you got that out of it.
Well, that was the first time I got to touch anybody from Attila, though.
Oh,
So that
okay.
was enough.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys did you watch Attila's set and shit? And like,
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
talk about that. Their set is what makes me wonder now if I'm right about Born Osiris being a better show.
No, dude, I don't.
Yeah, because in LA we broke the barricade, and there's a cat climbing up our screen to the window.
She's fucking learning
Should we,
that.
See if she can get up there.
no. So was that,
Yeah, you guys can keep going.
anyway,
What a wizard.
so what we did.
Come here.
Yeah, Attila.
There was a barricade in an arena, and they're pretty far away. But there's how many kids would you say there are?
Under 1,000, if not just 1,000 kids.
Okay, so probably
What?
1,000 kids.
Really
Watching
big
Attila?
arena,
Yeah,
but the arena was so big and it just didn't fill up the crowd. It was like
it's like a
everybody-
club in an arena. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
weird.
sure,
And
sure.
Also, the stage was super fucking far away because it was in a bull ring.
Yeah.
So it was literally barrier, like bull cages or whatever the fuck.
About
Big
20 feet
wall.
away, 20, 30 feet from the people, the stage.
That's
like,
fucking
Yeah, and
horseshit.
it was way high up too.
Yeah.
I've been to shows like that where like they're way like they're just out of reach. It's like this.
Well, you haven't been to a show like this.
This was bad.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
well, this was better. It got better.
Yeah, I think
So he goes. Franz obviously gets what he wants, dude.
Mhm.
He's God.
Mhm.
So he goes something like, "I need you guys to tear this place down." And dude, we're villains.
Mhm.
What do you want us to do? So we did.
Yeah.
Literally, everybody just started pushing on the barricade.
Are there security guards behind it all?
Desperately fucking trying to hold back a horde of 1,000 people, dude.
That's badass.
I should remind you, a lot of the security guards were children, by the way. Do you remember that?
they looked like poor kids.
Like young,
What?
like underprivileged
Poor
kids.
Yeah, and they were like.
Right. And you've seen the kids at like Spite. Like they're
Yeah.
fucking ready to get
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
So we're pushing. Finally, one collapses. And after that, they
Just-
all collapse.
Yeah, they all collapsed. We just.
And we storm the stage, and we're running, and we have to climb up probably like 12, 15 feet up this thing.
No fucking
I swear to God.
way,
To
dude.
get up to the stage. It was bull ring, so you had to get over that, and then it was a wall, and then like a gap, and then you climbed up a second fucking wall, and then there was the stage.
Yeah, and then here we are. We made it to the stage,
Okay.
and then imagine that, dude. There's like I'd say side stage now. There's 300 people.
Holy fuck.
Like so, it's a legit party, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So they're still playing and like
They're playing.
He's not
security.
giving a fuck.
Security's on the stage now, knocking people off because they're all trying to storm.
That's awesome.
Dude. Fucking so sick. That's the first time I saw Guilty Pleasure live,
Oh,
and it was right up on there,
Oh,
and
right.
it was nuts.
Damn.
was
Did
nuts.
any of you guys get up on the stage? at all?
No, because the security there was not a
I
joke.
did.
Actually,
Oh, really?
Who
I
did?
got up on the stage.
Oh, you did get on the stage? Oh shit, I didn't know. Did
like
you
a
get
sec?
knocked? Or did you
No, I
run
was
before
one of
the
the first
inauguration?
ones up there.
Did you touch any of them? Like,
yeah, I think I literally I saw Franz and he was right in front of me and I was like, I gotta fucking touch him.
yeah.
Just give him a little
Hell yeah.
One
Hell
little
yeah.
tap.
walk away. A little
Shit.
tap.
But
ET
we did get to meet
finger.
them before. I got a picture with Sean. They're a former drummer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that was sick.
Have you ever been up on stage like at a show before?
Like, yeah.
Like for who? Not obviously.
Oh, you mean like?
Yeah, like
Enforcement.
jumping up on the stage.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so. Have we?
So what I'm getting the picture of this
Yeah.
arena that you guys are talking about,
Mhm.
and like it sounds like is it an actual event center where there's concerts held
Yes.
all the
Alright,
time?
I'll tell you
Yes
exactly
and no.
what it was.
It's like the Livestock Event Center.
But it was like specifically for Mexicans.
That's actually, he's not kidding.
What?
Yeah, it was all Mexican wording, like Mexican food stands. It was like a Mexican.
Mostly
rodeo
Spanish.
ring.
Okay.
Yeah, and the people
Wow.
working there were all Mexican too.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
It just sounds like a farm that like some
Yeah,
guy,
that's what I
It
was
was
thinking.
essentially a farm.
some guy owns, and he was like, hey, like why don't
Let's
we
just have a
do this
big
shit?
concert.
yeah
It looks like the Livestock Event Center. That's the closest thing I can.
okay.
Like the rodeo place.
That's fair enough. I mean, that's a crazy show though. I mean, getting to see Attila and having the barricade get knocked down.
It was fun.
See, I
It
mean,
was fun.
with you said that Franz gets whatever he wants,
Mm.
and I think it's funny when lead singers kind of talk shit to the security guards. Because when we saw Born of Osiris, one of the some chick or some guy was crowd surfing and he fell over the barricade and nobody caught him.
Yeah.
And there was no security guards in the front, so the lead singer of
Ronnie.
Born of Osiris, he just went. He was like he's like pointing at the
Supposed to
security.
catch him.
He's like, "Do your fucking job. You're supposed to fucking catch him." And like, it was fun.
You know the, you,
Yeah.
I don't really want to call the guy out actually, but you know that he works at a store that we go to a lot. Oh fuck! Maybe you didn't see him,
Yeah, I don't think he did see him.
Never mind.
He was too caught up.
Mhm.
but he got yelled at.
Yeah, he was. It was. If you saw him, you'd recognize him.
Just tell me.
I don't want to call the kid out because I don't want to. We can't
No.
really say where he works.
Yeah, I feel like we can. Doesn't really matter.
We don't say it about us. We probably shouldn't say it about where they work.
But we're not gonna give his name. Everybody on the cast knows our name.
I guess that's true.
Yeah,
Well, he works
anyways,
at
even-
Guitar Center,
Yeah, he works at Guitar Center.
the
He-
drum.
He's the drum guy.
Okay, alright.
but he was security at Cargo. I don't know his name, but he was security at Cargo.
Yeah, and he was just sitting like pretty much side stage behind the barricade.
And he got yelled at by Ronnie. That's
Yeah,
funny.
and he went, "Do your fucking job!" And then like, woo! And then like 4 people got behind the barricade, and then it got crazy.
I saw something funny.
What?
There's like, so like all the way to the left of the stage, kind of near like the entrance or where they come out with all the gear and shit. There's just these 2 blonde white bitches with a bunch of phone lights on them, and they had one of the security guards with his flashlight on him, and to take a fucking picture while the show's going on. Yeah, it was fucking ridiculous.
Do you think that the chicks that go to see those shows are there for the music?
A lot of them
Yeah.
are.
Really?
Those shows, yes.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it literally just depends if the scene is popular or not. So like right now, metal is not popular, so only people who like the music will show up to the shows. But I remember like 2014, asking Alexandria.
Pierceville.
I didn't go to Pierceville, but you could
Percent.
just tell like people weren't about the music; they're just kind of there to be there.
That makes sense. I feel like at a bigger show like that too, you'd find more people like that who aren't there for the music. It's
Well,
just-
because now metal's like kind of, isn't it dying down?
Oh yeah.
I'll say why it's dying down though, and I think you might agree with this. It's because all these new bands sound identical, so it's like the old ones are never gonna fuck off because they're the only ones that still have any sense of
originality.
like value left. Because
Sure.
now you just look up a metalcore playlist on YouTube and you cannot differentiate between the band.
Yeah.
You just
It
can't.
sounds exactly the
No,
same.
but I just mean, like, what I mean by that is, because now the fans that are there are, like, fans.
Mhm.
It's not like people are going to go because it was cool.
Yeah.
Like, nobody really listens to it now, so.
Yeah, exactly.
I will.
I think people still. I don't want to say that because I think people still listen to
They
it.
still listen to it, but, like, not how
But
it
it's
used
not.
to be.
It's not. It's not cool anymore to listen
No.
to it. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I feel like I'm never. I don't know. Like at the show, like Tell was scoping out chicks. I can say that. Tell was there to scope out pussy. You know, we're just gonna say that.
Okay.
But like, I feel like if you wanted to find a chick who listened to the same type of music like that, and like you could vibe with her in that sort of way, you'd have to go to a show to find her.
Yeah.
You couldn't like be listening to like like any of the bands that we saw, and like some chick is like, oh my god, like Born of Osiris.
Yeah.
Like,
True.
Funny story though, I went to the dentist and my dental like the
hygienist.
We'll say hygienist. I don't know what she
was. Dental assistant.
Yeah, she wasn't the dentist, but she was the one like helping with the cavity. It was the same day as the show, and I told her, she was like, what are you doing with the rest of your day? I was like, I'm going to this show at Cargo. She was like, oh, who is it? And I was like, it's Born of Osiris and Spite. And she was like, oh my god, you Born of Osiris? I've seen them like twice with my brother. And I was like, no fucking way.
No fucking way.
But I'm just saying, that's kind of a 1 in a million. You're never going to find a chick who listens to
You didn't see her though, did you?
No, I didn't see her at the show. But, I mean, you're never going to find a chick who listens to Attila. Like,
you find them, dude.
Out in the blue, though, like...
Yeah, well, most of them, like, just look dirty.
Yeah, they're just.
I was talking about this
you don't
with.
want to talk to, so you don't talk to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
What were you saying?
We had talked about this in the car ride.
What?
Dirty chicks?
That, like, yeah, that they look, that, like, scene chicks just kind of look, some of them just look greasy.
Yeah, that's true.
And just dirty.
But most of the dudes, too, I won't even say chicks.
Dudes, too.
Like,
Yeah.
80% of the dudes that were at that show were greasy, dirty motherfuckers.
You can smell them.
Mm-hmm. It just smells like piss, even though nobody's been peeing on the ground.
Yeah.
It's like going to a midnight release at GameStop. If you've never done that, dude, it is literally the worst fucking thing I've ever smelled.
I did that for Black Ops 3. They were all grimy, bro.
Okay, alright. But have you been to FurryCon?
Oh no.
Talk about FurryCon.
I have never been.
Alright. So years in the past, at the Geostar every year they have FurryCon, right? Super, super big convention. And
is it really that big?
It's pretty big.
Have you been?
No.
If
We
you
gotta
show
go,
up,
dude.
It's weird.
Okay.
So
I'll let you continue.
first year we went, they were just hanging out. And we were like, "What the fuck, furries?" We just looked at them, kind of laughed. And then the year after that, I forget who it was, but they sent me like a text. They were like, "Hey, that FurryCon's right now. Let's go." So like, me and a bunch of friends went.
Yeah.
So we get there.
gotta take a sec.
We get there.
Yes.
Furries just look like furries. You see a bunch of weird dudes. A bunch of guys are wearing like just costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
But you meet this one man, and he called himself Killjoy.
Ooh.
Killjoy on Twitch. Look him up.
Shout out Killjoy.
But so this guy was pretty cool. We were just hanging out with him. Like we wanted to know what furry stuff was about, so we asked him the normal questions like, "Hey."
Did he have his mask on the whole time you were talking to him?
No. So he was dressed kind of like the Joker.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of weird. It was his superhero.
Sure.
He's Killjoy.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I think. And he was over 21, so we're like, "Hey, dude, can you go get us some drinks?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, sure. I'll go get you drinks." So he goes and gets us drinks, and I was driving, so I wasn't drinking, but like Tom, just all of my friends, with the exception of like two, drinking with this guy. And after a little while, he says, "Hey, like, you guys want to go to some hotel room parties? Like, all the money we can go meet some furries."
Yeah.
What the
And
fuck?
we're like, "Okay, fuck it, why not?" So we go.
Oh no, dude.
And it was alright. We met some furries, like nothing really crazy was going on.
Oh, they weren't like big orgies? Because that's what I thought was
No,
gonna...
he said that was definitely going on, but he didn't take us to any of those.
Oh, that's
Too bad.
But throughout the night, we noticed that he kept on bringing drinks back to like my friend.
Only one of them?
Only one of them.
Oh, okay. I know what's about to happen.
Yeah. And so it kept on happening and happening. And it got to the point where it's like, dude, like you're giving him way too many drinks. Like, what's going on? He goes, "No, dude, just let him have it. Take a drink."
Just liquoring him
So
up.
finally, after all this time, just hanging out with this guy, trying to pretend we're friends with him, even though he was just some weird furry. We were using him for booze. He starts touching my friend.
Oh.
Can you tell me who?
Up on him, huh?
Tell me who.
I can't say who.
Okay.
But he was touching him. He was like rubbing up on him. We're like, "Whoa, dude! Like, hey!" And then he comes up to my second friend, and he also starts like touching his nipples. We're like, "Holy shit! What the fuck is this guy about?"
FurryCon's gone.
So we just ran from him.
Oh my god.
And we got away.
Got away from Killjoy.
So got away from Killjoy. We lived to tell the tale.
Yeah.
Barely.
All right, year 2.
Okay.
This year.
Right.
We just showed up. We were gonna see what was going on.
Same friend came with you?
Yeah, same friend.
Oh shit.
And
even after
Darren.
that shit.
But this year, it was
Killjoy was back.
Killjoy returns.
Yeah.
But it was as if being a furry was a cancer, and it had been eating away at these people for years.
What do you mean?
Because they all looked like they all got out of prison.
Really?
This year that I just saw them all, they all looked so like beaten down, and they stink more. They did not smell any better.
It's FurryCon, dude.
It was FurryCon, but
What'd
they
you
just looked a lot worse. So I just felt really bad for them.
Fuck a FurryCon, bruh. I went once with you, I think, but we didn't really walk around.
You just went to the hotel.
Yeah, no, I just took a photo with one.
Were there any like, was there any like weird shit going on that like?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, what was like the weirdest thing other than Killjoy?
Yeah.
That was pretty weird.
Licking your homie's nipples.
True.
I don't know. It's just a bunch of like nerds, and they're just kind of doing their own thing.
They have like,
Just
were
whatever.
there people walking around with leashes on? Like
Yes.
a lot of them.
What got us to leave is that there's these 2 fat men in like gimp suits.
Oh, okay.
Except they were like kind of shinier and tighter, and
Yeah.
one was red and one was blue, and he had one on a dog leash. He was like, "Come on, you little bitch!"
Oh,
Pushing
God.
him around.
Why
Fuck
did
that.
Yeah, we left after that.
GSR host this?
GSR hosts a lot of fucking crazy shit, dude. They have FurryCon, and I think they just had Daughtry play there not too long ago. So yeah, pretty bad shit.
I love
I hate
Daughtry.
Daughtry.
Oh my god.
I love Daughtry.
You never heard of Daughtry?
Yeah, you have.
They're a band.
They're
If I played a song, you'd go, these fucking guys.
They're a mom band.
They're kind of like Shinedown.
Yeah, my mom loves Daughtry.
God.
Every mom does.
Yeah, my mom loves Daughtry too. That's weird.
Really?
Yeah.
My mom does, dude. See, it's a mom band. They
It's
make
a
fun of
mom
that on
band.
Family Guy. They play it like on the computer, and Lois goes, "Oh, Daughtry!" I love that.
That's pretty funny.
Dude,
Shout out Family Guy.
I love Family Guy. Dude, speaking of moms, though, we were just talking about the meth heads that live across the street from us, and one of the moms was like yelling. We got what was we were talking about how angry mom is not the vibe.
And your mom's not my vibe.
Never the vibe, pretty
Right.
much. What's the angriest your mom has ever been at you,
Bruh.
and why? I feel like I maybe have asked this, but I probably forgot.
I feel like there's a lot.
Dude, yeah, there's a lot. I'm the wrong guy to
There's
ask.
a lot.
No, but
I swear
no,
to God.
I am. You are the right guy to ask about
Dude.
this.
Dude.
If
Yeah,
anybody.
because it'd be something
Yeah,
good.
I've seen her red zone a lot at me.
Okay.
So,
No, but give me there isn't a standout one that makes you not want to fuck around with your mom ever again. Like some shit that like you're like, no, like I don't ever want to be in that position because of the way she was acting or the way she was conveying herself, I should say.
all of high school, I guess, dude. Honestly, all of high school. She
Really?
she was just mad at me all of high school. We did not get along.
It's because you didn't give a shit.
Yeah, I didn't care. I was worried about.
There isn't one though that like stands out to you.
No, man. What about you?
1985.
Yeah.
Yeah, back in no, I called my mom a C-word once. Yeah, she turned off my Xbox, you know?
So you call her a cunt?
Oh,
That reminds me of that fucking video, dude.
Which one?
The kid who's like,
Oh,
he's on the phone with his mom. He's like, Mom! Why would you cancel my Xbox Live?
Yeah, I've seen
But
it.
it's like some fucking like 20-year-old dude.
Oh my god.
No,
I'd kill myself.
I fucking no. She came into my room. She had already like grounded me for some shit, and it was right like when my parents were about to get divorced. They were still signing the papers, so the tensions were high. And I was just like playing 2K on my Xbox, and she came in, and like my Xbox was hooked up to the light switch in my room, so you just flip the switch and it turns everything off. And she knew that. So I was just playing Xbox, and then she's like, "Can you fold your laundry?" Because it was just like sitting over there. I don't know. And I go, "Yeah, 1 sec." And I'm just fucking 20 minutes passes, 30 minutes passes, whatever. She just comes in, she fucking flips the switch. She says, "Fold your fucking laundry." And I don't remember. I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was in the midst of like
Red
fucking,
zoning.
Yeah, I called her a cunt essentially.
Oh my.
So
and
bad.
and she called. I ended up like because my phone was taken away. It was during the summer, so all summer it was taken away, and I knew where it was. She kept it in her top drawer or whatever. So I grabbed my phone, fucking took off, and I called my dad. I was like, "Hey, come pick me up." And then my mom like called the cops on me, and I was walking down the street, and the police rolled up on me and were like, "Are you Otto?" And I was like, "Yeah," and they were like, "Why the fuck you?" Or they were just like, "Why are you running from your mom?" And I was like,
It's America, baby.
Yeah, I was like, she was screaming at me. I want to go to my dad's. And then like my dad showed up, my mom showed up, my mom's like friends showed up, and like because of the I don't know the laws that were at hand between the custody ruling that was going on, I had to go back to my mom's. They literally said like you can't go to your dad's like even if you want to.
God, fuck that.
Yeah, but that was the angriest I ever saw my mom. She was fucking red zoned in the face very much.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
What about you? Tell your mom ever scream at you like a motherfucker? Never. You told me they don't get angry. They just say.
Well, I was always good, but like at my brothers, they've been very, very angry. Me personally, I was always pretty well behaved. If there's an issue, we just talk about it.
What about you, Zach? You ever been screamed at by your mom?
No.
Jesus.
Never, you bastard.
I know. I have no idea. That's the dark arts, boy.
That's the dark art.
Dude, speaking of the dark arts,
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn, he's on David Spade's new TV show.
Yeah,
You see that?
congratulations to Theo Vaughn. I did see that. So is Bobby Lee
Is he really?
and Andrew Santino. Yep.
Really? Oh shit, David Spade plugging all the homies.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's gonna be sick. That might be fun.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Did you see? There was one joke I saw with Theo Vaughn. It was like even before he went and like sat down with him, it was just David Spade, and he was just like reading shit, and he was talking about how like J Lo or Aaron, I don't know,
Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodriguez.
I know Aaron Rodriguez.
Yeah, the baseball player. He's like dating Jennifer Lopez.
I thought he was the one who hanged himself.
No.
Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez was the one who hung himself. He played football.
Yeah.
But A-Rod, he's like dating J-Lo, and then he was like, J-Lo hasn't driven a car in 20 years, but he gifted her a Porsche for her 50th birthday, and then like David Spade said something funny, and then Theo Vaughn just like out of not even on the camera goes, she could park it in her butt, her ass is so fat. And then David Spade's like, whoa, going a little early there. And I was like, that might be pretty funny.
Yeah, that might be good.
So I'll probably check that shit out.
I'll check that one out, man.
Shit.
You guys ever meet kids growing up that were just like fucked up in the head?
Thanks.
No, like
What do you mean?
Like Dylan.
yeah, like Dylan.
Is that who you're gonna talk about?
Who's
Well, I'm just wondering if you guys ever had similar experiences because I met some fucking nutcases growing up.
Yeah, I met some weirdos.
Well, tell me what you're talking about. I might have somebody.
So I grew up next to this kid. I originally met him in Scouts, Cub Scouts.
Oh, that's why. Dude.
I
was in Cub Scouts too. No, I know.
And like I remember a lot of them like in high school. A lot of them ended up being pretty good guys, but this kid
Simon.
specifically, I didn't ever see Simon. Simon's a good guy.
Simon's a really good guy.
He's a really good guy.
Nice guy.
But Dakota Bryson.
Yeah.
He was a Cub Scout with me, but. So Dylan didn't have any friends, so I wanted to be his friend because I felt bad. So that's how we became friends in Cub Scouts. And one day I'm riding my bike. I see him in my neighborhood. I didn't know he lived there. And he's like, "Tell?" I was like, "Dylan?" We started hanging out. And right away I could tell he had like an obsession with knives, like guns. Weapons.
Yeah,
But I mean, we were like...
Spike Cult motherfucker.
How old were you? Like 10, 11?
You're like 10, 11 years old. That's like normal boy shit. He's
Sure,
just a little more about it. So it was like, okay, whatever. He likes weapons.
Maybe he wants to be a soldier.
Maybe.
Right. You're disrespecting a future U.S. Army soldier.
So fucking... Little by little, I kind of figure out this kid had fucking problems. He would just get really mad at me for no reason.
Like that? Like where you
No, it's just weird. You just God like,
fucking damn it,
scratch away at his fucking face.
He just goes fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
It wasn't like that, but it was more like you'd be like, "Hey, tell you want to come to the movies with me?" Oh, I can't. Why not? Why?
All right.
Oh my god.
Just like,
You're like, okay,
Jesus, it's so
Yeah.
good.
I got plans.
You you could just tell someone was off.
Sure.
But I never really liked hanging out with him, but he would always show up to my house because he knew where I lived.
God damn it.
Tell you?
Yeah.
So I kind of had no chance to hang out with him. But basically, the most fucked up shit is after a little while, he brought me up into his room one day.
This layer.
It's a good story.
He pulls out a box.
Fuck yeah.
He opens the box, and it is full of his mom's underwear and his sister's underwear.
Oh, you fucking told me this before.
Yeah. And he starts smelling it. He goes, oh, dude, look at this. Look at this. I'm like, whose is that? What? It's my mom's and my sister's.
Whose is that?
Yeah, I'm like, oh my god, what? Oh my god.
Ew.
So,
Dude.
that's when I kind of knew I didn't ever want to hang out with him again.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But my neighbor Chris, he goes over to his house for like a
Chris is
sleepover.
weird too, though.
He's not that.
Chris is weird.
He's not sniffing his mama
He's
panties.
a furry. He's a furry.
Is he actually?
He's a furry.
Chris is a furry.
Oh!
Chris.
Bazinga. Fucking A.
But
Is a furry.
where's I going? Oh yeah, so Chris told me he comes home one day, comes over to my house, and he goes, dude, like I stayed the night at Dylan's house, and as we were going to bed, he showed me that he was wearing women's underwear
Oh my god.
under his like his shorts, and I was like, really? And I was like, he's like,
What? What a weird ass.
I mean, he might just have some identity problems.
Yeah, but that's some
no,
Buffalo
I
Bills shit.
found out what
dude.
happened to Dylan later in life.
Well, let's not. I mean, he's in jail now, so I don't know if we can talk about that.
What?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
let's
really?
just say
We
he
gotta
was-
talk about
For
that.
murder, bro.
No.
You're
No, all right, all right.
I'm a
I
good
really wanna
but I
talk
got
about-
you.
You did.
But I got
Can you
you.
just tell me why? Like, just tell
Well,
us
I
why.
kind of just don't care because I don't really talk to any of them anymore. But his brother told me what happened.
Can you say the crime?
Yeah.
Because I am unaware of this. Dude, no one knows who he is.
All right.
Plus,
all
if
right,
he's
fuck
in-
it. Yeah, nobody knows who he is.
Plus, if he's in jail, like.
No,
I don't know, I made that
know
up.
He's in jail, but anyways, he was going to this
I believe
special
that.
school, and this kid was jabbing him with a pencil, and he turned around, snapped his arm, broke his ribs, and like stabbed him.
Whoa.
Something like that.
What?
Whoa, Spike-Hole! That's
Yeah,
crazy.
He threw a kid off a balcony, something like that.
Oh my
That's what I
god.
heard, and that was a while ago. I heard that, but
Stay angry.
Well, I mean, hopefully he's doing good now.
I highly doubt it.
Yeah, he's probably in an insane asylum.
I mean, you can only.
Or he's got a girl in a well talking about put the lotion on the skin.
I know more fucked up
yeah.
shit about that kid too.
Yeah.
Oh
It
no.
was bad.
It's the dark arts, man.
I don't think I ever.
I've
You never
never.
know anybody like that? Never had any kids like that growing
No,
up?
I don't think so. There was one kid. He was special though, so I'm not even gonna say it. He shit his pants while he was dancing one time. We went to science camp, and you guys ever been to science camp?
No.
No.
I went to Christian camp though, so that's worse.
Okay.
Shitting your pants happens to the best of us.
The best of us.
Yeah, the thing is though, is like it was a talent show.
Oh no.
Was that his talent?
No.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
That's
No,
gross.
no.
Thank you.
I feel bad talking about this, but we were at. I found out afterwards because
Did you bully him, Otto?
No, I didn't bully him. I was actually really nice to him. I would see him in the halls and shit because I went to high school with him. We were the same grade, but 7th grade science camp. It's like an arena, not arena. What's it called when it's like they go down? A coliseum. A smaller version of that, and there was like a talent show thing. If you have a talent, come out and like do it. Some people were playing guitar, some people were singing, doing whatever. And then it was 7th grade, so I don't know you guys, but like Party Rock Anthem was a big deal where I was in like middle school.
That was big here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so like shuffling was a big thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So he went out there and like, all right, blah 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 is gonna do the shuffle for us for his talent, and then he goes out there and they play the music and he's doing it right, and then he just stops like all of a sudden his like eyes super wide open, and then he just grabs his ass, like grabs his like he goes like this, and then he just like walks off real slowly, like doesn't run or anything.
Did anyone clap? Or
Yeah.
was it just
No, I think everybody just was like, and then like the announcer was like, okay,
That's disgusting.
That,
On to the next act.
that was it for blah blah
Can
blah.
can his carer come get him off my fucking stage?
That's science camp.
That's too bad.
Dude, I think some of the people that work at like those places are fucking like insane.
I'll tell you, dude. I went to Christian camp and they are insane.
What happened to you?
Tell me why, as a young boy at Jesus camp, I found out about my camp counselor's porn addiction.
Oh my god!
Can someone explain that to me?
What was his name?
I'm not saying.
Roberto.
I know it too.
Okay.
Yeah, Roberto.
Roberto
It
has
wasn't
a porn
Roberto.
addiction.
It wasn't Roberto.
Okay.
But he admitted it to us without us asking.
What, in like your bunk or like?
At a campfire. Outside of the cabin.
How old were you?
Around the same age, 7th grade.
Like 11, 12 years old?
Yeah.
Fucking Christ, dude.
Ew.
I have a pretty fucked up story about science camp that same year, but I don't know if I should tell it.
Yeah, you're telling me that.
No, you're telling it.
It's not fucked up, I shouldn't say, but like, alright, so I had a camp counselor in my, like we all were like separated into the dorms essentially. So like there was one dorm with like 13 kids, and then they were like the Apache group or like some shit, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what they called it, alright? I don't remember what we were. But there was 2 camp counselors per dorm, right? And mine was all boys, 2 camp counselor chicks. Okay.
What they expect? I think I know what's happening.
Yeah. Okay. So they're both.
Did they film a porn?
No.
Oh.
No. Close.
Maybe I don't know.
So I'm 12 years old at this, maybe even 11, probably 11, and camp counselor's 18 in high school. No, not very hot, but like. She got into my bunk, dude, and what am I supposed to do?
No!
I'm not fucking lying.
You're such a piece of shit, dude. You're such a piece of shit.
I'm not lying.
You made me sit through all that so you could go, yeah, I was kind of a Mac dad.
Yeah. No, dude, it wasn't even like that though. Like I wouldn't.
That's what you just did.
I know, dude. That's more like what it was.
That you got molested.
Did she touch you?
I'm not gonna. No, she didn't touch me or anything. We made out a little bit, and I felt on her titties.
Oh, you told us. You've told me.
Okay,
You didn't
yes.
tell me about this.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, how old were you?
Like 11, 12 years old. She was 8.
happened to
She
me
was 18, dude. Really?
I thought you told me it was at a party though.
No. That might have been a different.
Tell my guy, your fucking situation is not even close to the same, and you cannot say
I know.
you were molested.
I wasn't molested.
Okay, all right. No, you cannot say that. I don't know if you can either.
No, okay.
Alright,
okay.
but did you? Alright.
What?
Did you ask her to come over? Or she just kind of climbed in.
What was the fucking yeah? Because that's a
Yeah, was there any conversation
That
before the
matters.
smooch?
Okay. So the door to the cabin is right
Swings open.
here. Dig out. Yeah. No, all right. So I'm on the. It's bunks too. So there's a guy above me, Joseph Lopez. He was my homie.
Shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out Lopez.
He was above me, and like I was in the bottom bunk, and then it was this bunk here that was mine, and then right here, like cornered off, was the camp counselor's bunk. So there was the top one, and then there was the bottom one, and then like I just couldn't sleep, so I was just chatting it up with the chick on the bottom, and then she just, I don't know, she said some shit. I think like I'm cold or whatever, you know.
You're lying, dude. I hate you.
I'm not lying,
Dude, I'm cool.
I don't know if that's
Okay,
exactly
Why
how
would
it
you
went.
lie about that?
No, dude.
Because it's auto.
No.
That's why.
No.
I find it suspicious.
Would
You
it
can
be
ask
cool if
Danny.
it happened when he wasn't 12?
I
Why
find it
would
suspicious.
you make up a story?
No, because he always talks about how he was hot shit in middle school.
Okay.
You do say that.
Okay, and I'm gonna tell you the
Well,
truth.
I'm not hating, but it could be fabricated.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not fabricated.
Then I'll believe you.
I have evidence. I'm not gonna tell you what it is.
I have sex
I
tapes
have-
on
You kept the
sex
condom?
tapes.
No, I didn't fuck her. I didn't fuck her at all. All right.
Do you regret not?
Yeah, no, not at all. I don't regret it. She wasn't hot enough for me to even want to try and lose my virginity.
Was it your first experience with a woman?
No, it wasn't.
No, it was like mine was like 8 years old, so like it doesn't even matter.
Okay.
It was younger than that.
Fire.
Anywho, she fucking, I don't know, she said some shit. I don't remember exactly what happened. Long story short, she gets into my bunk, and then we're just talking, like, while she's in my bunk, you know, doing whatever. And then I just started making out with her.
Next thing.
So
happens,
did you start
my
making
hand-
out with her?
My dick is in her hand.
No, I think she kind of initiated it, but, like,
You went with it.
We both wanted it. I'm going to say that.
So then you couldn't even say it was molestation.
No. But at the same time,
we
I'm
both wanted it.
molested.
No, but I'm an ignorant 11-year-old, though.
Fair.
It's just kind of weird thing. Like,
That's
at the
true.
moment it's cool, but when you get older, you kind of think back and you just go, huh.
No, dude.
Yeah,
I have
suspicious.
I have a story about that shit too. All right, I'm not gonna say. One of my friends, I'm really tight with him. He dated a chick. They started dating in 7th grade. He was 11 or 12 years old, and then they dated until he was a freshman in high school. And while he was 11, she was like 17. And they dated for years, and like his family didn't know, and like it was just a rough situation. And like I've talked to him about it since, and he goes, looking back, like I was just young, and pussy's pussy. I'm not gonna argue with that. But
not even that, you just don't really know.
No,
You don't have that perspective in your life yet where you can look back.
Yeah, and now I talked to him about it, and he goes, yeah, dude, I don't think looking back that was a smart decision. But like, he lost his virginity before me, so that's all I can say.
Isn't it interesting? Like, in the moment, you can think, like, what am I doing in my life? And like, what's going on? And nothing seems as clear until you get in the future and you look, huh?
I said that nut off.
Not the nut off, but
That's true too.
That is true.
But you move through life and you look back and it's like as clear as day.
Yeah.
Like generally, like you're like, why didn't I do this? My life was this. It's perspective, but when you look back, it's so simple.
Yeah.
But why couldn't? Me personally, it's just harder for me to understand what I need to do, my faults,
in the
everything in the moment until you can look back and just realize exactly what you were doing wrong.
Yeah, I think that
is interesting.
That goes with a lot of aspects, not even like life choices, but like say I get into an argument. Say I'm sitting down with a conversation, having a podcast with my homies, but 2 hours later I think of, oh fuck, dude, I should have said this. That's the same kind of dilemma, I feel.
Well, we were also talking yesterday about the breakup of the band, and that kind of goes to the same
It does, absolutely.
philosophy.
Think about it.
Because I think in hindsight, we could have fixed that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We could have fixed the issues we had. So you're right. But back then it was like, fuck. Yeah.
But back then it was hard. But you got to keep in mind, we're not feeling now what we felt back then.
In what sense? What do you think? What do you think you're not feeling now that you feel back then?
I'm not as sad as a person. I'm not as like hopeless in the band. Like, cause what really drove us was hope. Not even hope, but determination, passion, and hope. Yeah. And those things just started falling apart. And me personally, I was just like kind of just sad in life. I didn't think the music was going where I wanted it to be. Things were just kind of in the shitter, and it all made me feel so shitty. Hopeless, exactly. And I could have pushed through, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think
it's probably best.
Everything happens for a reason, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And because of that experience right there, because I felt that pain, and I realized that if I could have just pushed through, I could have maybe have seen something better.
You've learned from that.
I've learned from it.
Yeah. It makes you a better person.
Yeah, it makes you a better person. That's something very hard to learn sometimes too. It's a very big life lesson that spans over many years. Like something you're very passionate about, something you're very involved in. And just a big struggle of different emotions. I don't know. It was just a complicated situation.
I think that
definitely.
I think that goes with even other stuff, not even something that you're passionate about, but relationships between people. Mm-hmm. Like if you have if you're tight with your family or whatever. In my example, I used to live with my pops or whatever. I haven't talked to him in a little while, but looking back on it today, I think about all the stuff I got angry over and the reasons I left the house pretty much. Mm-hmm. And those were all very easily fixable things. I could have just grown up a little bit. Granted, I'm not going to say it was 100% my fault. Mm-hmm. There's always two sides to an argument. Mm-hmm. But just easily fixable stuff. I think it depends on where you are in life. But you learn from everything. Mm-hmm. So I think every decision we make now is going to make us a better person if we learn from it.
Absolutely, 100%.
If you think you learned one thing from the band, what do you think it is?
So much.
Yeah, but
it showed me what living is really about, though.
Right.
Because you can do things so you're living well, but you don't feel like you're living until you're living for your passions.
Yeah.
And that's where you learn, that's where you feel
alive. Most
alive.
Gotcha.
Literally just alive. You just know it to be alive.
Yeah.
And everything else just kind of feels like, doesn't make you feel the same way.
Work.
It feels like work, yeah, and it's fine. Like I work and it's shitty, but I mean I can get by. I can take care of myself. But I know that's not what living is supposed to be about.
That's pretty cool.
And it's a lot of people think that's the way to feel happy in life is through just careers and money and all these things. But at the end of the day, because of that experience we had in the band, I just know that at the end of the day, that doesn't get you to the same place that doing your passions does.
Definitely.
Passion equals happiness, man.
I agree with
That's
that.
what you truly love to do, as long as you're doing it and you're just immersing your life into it. It just, everything just feels like it makes sense.
That's what Gary Vee talks about, man. He says, do whatever you think makes you happy. If you like Sonic the Hedgehog, collect as many fucking things as you want with Sonic, you know? Find a way to profit off it. That's what he says.
I think the profit starts to get in the way of shit, though.
Yeah.
I think that was a problem for me back then, too.
What do you mean?
I was like, ooh,
Dollar
we
sign.
can make money doing this?
Dollar sign.
Because when we got that fat wad at our album release, like, because I had never seen that much money in my life.
What did you guys make? It was a show?
It wasn't not that much, but
I'll
it was.
tell you exactly how much.
You remember how much was it?
$556.
So yeah, but like for one show for us.
And did you guys buy tickets and sell them?
This was our show.
No, this was
This
your
is
show.
This is our
album release show.
Okay.
So that was like CDs and ticket sales.
But for in one night,
Yeah,
dude,
I
that'll
remember
fuck you
I
up.
ran that stand.
Yeah,
I
you
remember
ran
that
the
shit.
He did run the stand, but like, so I think that's another reason why I kind of struggled in school was because I go like,
You go, fuck, dude. Why
I go,
not?
Mom, I just made literally hitting a drum.
$600.
Yeah, in a night, I for sure can do this. I don't want to work behind a desk, and I think you're right about that. It's like it's a passion thing. You have to find it. That's pretty fire.
It's just hard because not everybody's like.
Supportive.
No, I mean, yeah, but you just kind of, even with people not supporting you, you gotta kind of figure out that people will always talk shit and tell you that you're doing the wrong thing in life, and as soon as you fix the thing that you think would make them happy, all of a sudden they got something else to say. Or they weren't even paying enough attention to what you were doing with your life, but yet you wanted to follow and meet up to their opinions.
Yeah.
I worded that wrong.
No, but I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Like living for other people's expectations, like you put too much pressure on yourself. So you just need to do what you want to do, and people will respect that more.
Yeah.
Like even if they go, I don't think that's the right choice, that's stupid, you should be doing this and that. As long as you're doing it and you're putting in the effort, like there's a lot of respect that comes with that from people.
Yeah, dude. I mean, fucking, my pops said he doesn't like the podcast at all. He hates this fucking guy. He told me. I went over to my dad's house after, like, we recorded the first couple of them, and I talked to him about it. I was like, I just want to get your opinion. Like, you said you watched him, and he had a fucking mouthful to say. He had a ton of shit to say about the podcast. And I was like, okay, like, I hear what you're saying, but at the same time, it's coming off super negative, so I'm still sitting here doing the podcast.
I know, dude. Yeah, it's true. No matter what, I don't want to call out my mom on this, but
You're not gonna see this. No one
my
watches
mom.
Mama Gresco.
So she's telling me, she's like, you gotta go to school, you gotta go to college. Pastors meet all day long, like go take classes, go do this. And I was working at a pretty shitty job recently at Lincoln Heating and Air. And,
Fuck.
Okay.
I don't know, I just didn't really like the job.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, alright, I'll go take some classes. So I took some classes. I did it mainly for me, but I know I make my mom happy too, so I'm taking the classes. I'm like, hey Mom, I'm gonna start looking at some like this college course stuff. And before I was talking about trades, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go be like a tradesman, I'm gonna make a lot of money doing this. And she'd be like, no. Literally, when I'm taking my fucking college classes, she goes, you know, I met this electrician today and he made money, why don't you go do that?
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, what the fuck have I been talking about doing and what have I been doing this entire time?
It's hard to listen to people, dude.
Exactly, because people people aren't looking out for your best interest. Only you know your best interest.
Yeah. Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of who they are to you, you know, you say that's your mom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, my stepmother did the same shit. She pushed me to go to school, and then she'd switch up the fucking deal on what she thinks I should do in like a month. And it's like, why the fuck am I gonna listen to you if you're not gonna give me a straight answer? If you're not gonna actually think about what is best for me and take what I think into
yeah, but dude, who
consideration.
gives a fuck what she has to think about what's best for you?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying because of that, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
There's no
I
reason
think
for
it's
me to listen.
important to listen still, though. Like, you can still learn something from everybody's perspective when they're trying to tell you something. 100%. You just don't want to listen all the way. You don't want to believe it. You just take their opinion into your own matter and you just think about it. You go, okay, why does this person feel this way about me and in this situation? And you just kind of reflect. You just kind of see where they're coming from, and it makes more sense.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Maybe it makes more sense to you and you want to change something up based on their opinion.
That's dark. That's true.
Dark.
Getting pretty deep here on podcast 43.
God.
Shit, man. I don't know, man. I think that do your thing.
Do your thing.
That's all we can say. Do your thing. If you want to be a cake stand specialist,
Fucking do it.
Go out there, get a cake, stand on it. With your
Or if you want to specialize in making shit flavored cake pops, you know what?
Follow your heart.
Go
Push your product.
Dude.
I hate cake pops. I can't fucking
Cake.
Cake.
Yeah.
Cake's better.
Cake pops.
Why'd you eat a cake pop?
Like a dweeb.
Pap.
Yeah, get a life. Get a job.
Shit. What'd
Wow.
you guys do today? I haven't even asked that.
We just played music all day. It was great.
No, that was actually really nice.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, you guys pretty much like spent the whole day together.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Tunes, man.
playing some tunage. Getting real genty out there, you know what I mean? I don't even remember the pattern. I'm not even gonna try.
I still remember it.
You do? No, I do remember it.
1, 1, 2, 3.
1, 1, 2, 3. Slow. Half step after the 3. Sorry, Tell.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Tell's a bass slapping specialist.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's a mixer. He DJs. So if you have any weddings,
Weddings.
Bar mitzvah.
bar mitzvah. I was just gonna say.
mitzvahs.
Yeah,
Fucking
That's his
jeez.
specialty, bar mitzvahs.
bar mitzvahs.
Yeah.
He's
You want me to play at your new cousin's circumcision?
I'll show up,
I'll
boy.
show up in the hospital bumping tunes, baby.
I got those old Jewish tunes, don't worry. No.
I wish you had played a show as a producer though, Tell. I want to know which one's more fun.
He still can, dude.
Yeah, but not yet. I can't ask him yet.
No, I know.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be as fun as playing. Like, nothing's as, like, passionate and feels good, like, just playing. But mixing, it's a party.
It's
It's fun. It's a vibe. You're just sitting there and you're having a good time with people. It's just a completely different thing, and that's what I like about it. Like, you're not even playing all your tracks. You're just keeping the party going. And you're just partying with people.
Have you been to like various house shows around here and stuff? Like,
I've been to one, but the scene, like, people in America really don't like house that much.
sure,
But it's super big in places like
Europe,
just Europe.
Jamaica.
Europe is so big, so huge in Europe.
Really?
Yeah, like I follow techno and house artists on Instagram that have like, normally they have like 1 million followers, and I'll go look at who's following them, and it's like other DJs that I follow, but it's nobody like in my follow list. I follow a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I know none of you guys know these artists, but like 1 million people know who they are. So it's stuff like that. Like the scene here is just not big for it. But I've been to one show. I'm gonna go to one next weekend too. So.
Really?
Sweet.
Shit, TFTI, bruh.
TFTI.
Thanks for the invite.
Thanks for the
You know who
invite.
was invited?
What? You? Oh, fuck you. You invited him to the show, but not
Hey,
me?
dude,
I
I don't want to.
told
I'm
him
cooler
about
than
it.
you.
You didn't tell me.
Told him about
You
it.
told him about it?
Yeah.
Well, you just told me about it, so we're going. I'm
Yeah,
going.
let's go, dude. Zach.
I'm gonna go
No.
to Mac.
I'm good, thank you though.
You don't want to go to a house party?
No.
What's a show?
Oh,
Okay.
it's a show.
At a house?
No.
Oh, where is it?
House.
It's at a club.
Oh.
It
Wait,
might be different.
he's talking about like house music.
No, I know.
Oh, were you talking about house shows?
Well, yeah, I was just, I mean,
Oh, my bad.
I'm different. Like, alright, so you went to, what was it, base camp? Right? Was that cool? Like,
That was really good. Yeah, I loved it.
Have you been to any other shows like that around here?
Oh yeah, all the time. Well, okay, all right. I used to go to raves in like middle school a lot, and kind of stopped going when I got into metal more.
Sure.
And the band kind of really stepped away from that after the band got back into it. So now I've been to a couple shows. Yeah, I saw Getter.
Oh, was that sick?
No, it was really bad. It was so bad. Like everybody was having such a bad time on that tour that he canceled the rest of his tour.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, is that the one that like it was really that sucks? Was it just the music bad or?
Yeah, so he was trying to switch things up. He didn't want to play like bangers. He was trying to play like some more ambient, just softer stuff. It sounded fine, but like I don't give a fuck about Getter. I'm trying to go to like have a good time and jam out to some jams. Yeah, I'm not going because I appreciate your music. Yeah. And that's just how I felt. That's how everybody else kind of seemed like they felt. Like I could just tell like people were there to have a good time, not to listen to this dude's music. And that's kind of where it was just bad. So.
Do you? Because you don't see that in metal, like at all.
No, definitely not. And it's like that in electronic music too. That's what I like about house is that the people generally at those shows are there because they like the music. And that's why they don't wear like that stupid slutty bullshit. That's why they don't wear just stupid things and take a bunch of drugs.
I'm kind of into that.
No.
What do you mean? No.
It just kind of looks gross. They look trashy when they dress up like that.
It was cool at Skrillex when they were fucking dancing up on us, though.
No, that's yeah. True. But house shows, you just wear normal clothes.
Okay.
And everybody isn't like jumping. Everybody's just kind of dancing. You're just having a good time.
It's just a vibe.
It's just a vibe. Yeah, and the DJ's never up on a stage. There's never.
Is it like that dude that you showed us?
Yeah, it's a lot like that.
Okay.
So sometimes a little bigger rooms and bigger speakers, but yeah, it was like that guy. It's like shows like that. And that's
so it's a more intimate vibe that you're into.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
That's sick.
It's a lot of fun. I love it.
Yeah, I've
never just see Tao going and just be like, hey.
Yeah.
Hey, what up, girl? Shit. Dude, I got a funny story about Tell. Last time, or when we went to the show, I was telling Zach about it. When we went to, because you were macking on chicks. No offense.
Just one, but
you were just macking on some chicks at the show. It reminded me of Memorial Day weekend out at Pyramid Lake, like
I'm embarrassed.
2-3 years ago. Don't remember how long ago.
I think about this sometimes, and I just feel like shit.
Dude, it's so funny too because all right. So it was me, Danny, and Tello. I think were the only ones staying the night. Like you and Dawson and like Tom or whoever. You guys took off.
No, they were out there.
They were out for a little while.
Dawson drove home.
Yeah. He drove home. It was that night, but the next night was the one that I think you guys stayed, or he got fucked up, so you guys just ended up staying out there. But me, you, and Danny were sleeping in the back of my dad's truck, and like the whole night, it was just me, you, and Danny just walking around from campsite to campsite because it's Pyramid Lake. It's fucking, people are partying, fires are going on and shit. And every campsite we'd hit, you would walk up to the chicks that were like by themselves, like the ones that you thought were hot or whatever. And you'd go, hey, what's your name? My name's Tell. And like you'd let them talk for like 20 seconds. And then you go, oh, cool. Do you want to make out? Is
that what you did?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He did it to like 10 girls.
Nice.
He'd be like, you want to make out? And they'd be like, I don't know.
Yeah, but dude, you're playing the numbers game. And if you played 10, you should have hit 11. Maybe 11 would have.
Yeah. Well,
maybe.
He like...
Okay, go ahead.
Well, no, all right, so yeah, he's doing this, and like I'm just like I go up to the chicks right after, and I'd be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, like he's fucked up." Like I would just try and compensate.
And then he'd fuck him.
Yeah, I see. That was what I was trying to do. I was just like, okay, they denied Tell. Maybe I'll.
He's a good guy.
No offense.
Yeah.
But that didn't work. I didn't fuck any of them. But I remember like we got back to the truck, and then you were like, I'm gonna go out and see if I can like talk to this chick, and like.
Yeah,
then
that girl was talking to her for how long? It's so fire.
And then you said she like left you for her boyfriend or some shit, right?
No, that pissed me off. So I was like, finally, this girl's pretty cool. Like we were just talking for a while.
Yeah.
And then I turn around for a second. And I turn around and some guy was already making out with her. And I was like, what?
That's shitty.
That's the dark card.
That's shitty. Fuck that.
But I think about that all the time, dude. About that night at fucking that night at Pyramid.
I think about how fun it was, but I also feel embarrassed.
Nah, I mean, you were shooting your shot, man.
Yeah, who cares?
Nothing to be embarrassed.
It was that liquid confidence.
Yeah.
Liquid courage, sorry.
Yeah, liquid courage. No kidding. At least you didn't get dragged into the lake by the water babies. That's a worse way to experience Memorial Day.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That would be a worse way to experience Memorial Day.
Getting drowned by the water babies.
Drowned in fucking Pyramid Lake of all places.
Have you ever?
That place is cursed, by the way.
Oh, well, yeah.
I got.
Have you heard about
you
the?
guys?
You got a what?
A debate.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to know. This is a question I've been thinking of.
All right.
Do you think it is morally okay to eat dog?
No.
No.
All right. Yes.
No.
No. I will say yes.
I do.
And I will tell you why.
Why?
Because how is a dog any different from any other animal that you eat?
Well, I would disagree. I agree with what you're saying, but they are different in a lot of ways. Like
I mean, they are,
Yeah.
but I just.
But I understand it, and I'm frankly okay with it in some sense.
So you support the?
Not the Yulin Dog Eating Festival.
You
that's
support
what
the
I'm
Yulin
saying.
Dog Eating Festival?
Say in there's a lot of impoverished countries where there's just stray dogs and hundreds of them. So it's like if you're starving to death, fucking.
Yeah, but we're not in that situation here.
Would you
eat a dog?
The Yulin Dog
I
Eating
wouldn't
Festival
eat
isn't
a
here.
dog. I'm just saying I think it's silly because people, like in China, they want to
Yulin.
tell them that they're not allowed to eat dog. But at the same time, like if you have you seen the videos of how nice cows can be?
Yeah.
How nice pigs
How
can
nice
be?
cows.
Yeah. No.
We still eat all of those things.
Yeah.
Like dogs are just a little more interested in us. Like an animal is an animal no matter what. I think, and
Including
for you
you.
to put some moral basis on what you can and cannot eat just does not make sense to me.
Yeah, but you're an animal though too, man.
You're a man.
Don't forget that.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
It's just like
I don't
here,
think you should be able to eat people.
dogs were bred.
Why? Because
in-
we can talk and they can't. That's literally the only thing.
No.
We have thumbs.
That's not the only thing.
Would you eat a monkey?
No.
Get AIDS, dude? No.
You don't get AIDS from eating monkey, do you?
I think that's how AIDS started.
No, you have to fuck a monkey.
No, I don't think that. I think that's a myth.
No, I don't think you.
I
can.
think you could get scratched by a monkey.
Mhm.
Maybe.
And
Really?
like maybe has some blood on you. You just have to pass like some blood.
bodily
It
fluid.
has to be. Yeah, it has to be bodily
Just
fluid.
blood.
Oh,
It's
so
fine.
yeah. Fuck that, actually. But would you eat a monkey
Mm,
over a dog? Or a dog over?
I wouldn't seek it
I
out
need a
if
dog
I
over
was
monkey.
like in the jungle.
Yeah.
And they're like monkey. Give it to me. I take a bite.
Would you eat a dog over a monkey?
Like in Indiana Jones when they eat the monkey brains. Have you seen that?
Mm.
Would I eat a monkey over a dog? Is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd eat monkey jerky over dog jerky any day. I feel like.
I wouldn't.
What do you think would taste better?
I think probably dog.
Probably dog.
Oh God.
What kind of dog though? It really depends. Like,
Not like a
One that
Scooby.
doesn't move that much, so it's tender.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's hard
A
though.
lazy dog.
Like a poodle, like a bulldog. Poodles move around a lot.
Yeah, like Paris Hilton's dog.
Mm.
One that fucking sits in a purse all the
Oh,
time.
the French bulldog or whatever. French, ooh. Probably crispy.
Oh,
Crispy.
God. I'm not into that. There's no fucking way.
You think you can make bacon out of dog?
No.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe.
I don't think they
You
have
can
enough
make-
fat like pigs do they? I don't think they
I don't know
do.
what they taste like.
Should we try?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We
we're
shouldn't
gonna,
try.
We're gonna order some dog on Amazon, and episode 17 will be the review.
The Fry Dog Festival.
And I won't be in that episode.
Yeah, you will. You're gonna fall in love with the meat. Ooh.
I don't know, the way I look at it though is like we always like we like bred dogs to do certain things for us. Like to herd sheep or just like be a royal
best
dog.
friend.
Yeah. So like we've always seen them as pets. And we see certain birds as pets, certain cats as pets.
That's true.
Shit like that, but then we see certain animals as food.
Mm.
And it's just that's always how it's kind of been.
It's just
Yeah.
You
social
can't because it's
stigmas.
like I mean people keep like cows and stuff as pets. A farm is like having them as pets.
produce the milk.
Yeah.
It's just a social stigma. Honestly, if we were put on Earth, if all humanity was erased and there was new humans, they'd probably eat dogs and have cows in their house. I mean, there's no telling what the situation would be. if, you know.
It's just also so different everywhere around the world. They eat different shit. They praise different types of animals, plants, nutrients, whatever it is.
Did you Did you see that tribe that like recently got discovered? It's never been in touch with like any other like human.
It wasn't recently discovered.
Yeah, it was. Well, no, I'm not gonna say recently. They were caught on film though. There was like videos of people that had never been outside of their village before, and nobody ever goes into the village.
It's an island.
No, it was. When did you hear about it?
Are you talking about the island where when the helicopters come, they shoot fucking arrows at it?
No, I'm not talking. I've never heard about that.
That one sounds more legit than what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
I just saw a video of these people running through the forest and fucking like there's a story behind it. And,
the jungle or the forest?
That's it. The jungle. Okay, excuse me.
I think it might be the same thing.
No.
They're somewhat recently discovered. Maybe you could say that.
Sure.
I guess the footage.
Is there like a tribe that protects the tribe within from all the people outside?
I think so. Yeah.
They said like people aren't allowed to like go in or like come out, and like it's totally isolated away from mankind, and it's like there's no technology, there's no anything
except for the missionary who went in. Did you see that?
No.
There was a mission. Yeah, you heard about it. There was a missionary who went to the island to try to convert them, and obviously they fucking killed and cannibalized him.
They killed him?
Yes.
Fuck.
What? How you? They don't speak English.
He was English, like he was an American.
I believe so. He went over there to teach them the word of God.
Yeah, he's a Christian. He's gonna go try to convert him. Yeah. You can go watch videos on YouTube though. This Belgian. I say Bel-ish, but he
this bell end.
This Belle Delphine.
Yeah.
But he goes to Papua New Guinea, I think it's called, and there's a tribe like that there, and he makes contact with them. So I don't think they figured out how to cross rivers yet. So they were on one side, he was on the other, and slowly, like, they kind of made contact, and they knocked trees over the river. And you can go watch the video, and slowly they, like, come over the river to come and meet them. And what this tribe believed is that these white people were ghosts. They were, like, dead spirits.
Oh, so them making contact was, like, a big deal.
Yeah, so, like, he'd reach out his hand, and they'd, like, come out. And they barely touch it.
Whoa.
It's super freaked out.
Weird.
Super freaked out.
That's so crazy.
That's
finally,
insane.
They made friends and they started like trusting him because he brought matches too. They had never seen.
They had never seen fire or something.
No, they
had never seen something like
they
that.
couldn't see fire on a match. Yeah. So they were getting their minds blown. And they had never tasted salt. So like later on, he made them like a bunch of rice with salt on it, and they were freaking the fuck out. They were eating it, just going nuts. Interesting. Like,
I'm gonna try to find that.
That sounds
really
pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's pretty interesting because they had also never seen like steel. So they had a bunch of tools that were like made of stone, basically, like stone axes. And he pulls out a machete, a really shiny steel machete, and he starts cutting shit with it. And they just look at him like he's fucking nuts. What the hell is that?
Really?
Yeah, but it's probably like meeting an alien.
Yeah.
It is, dude.
It's on
It looks
YouTube?
completely different. He
Like,
took off his
whoa.
hat because they had big afros, I believe, and he had just smooth, long, white people.
Straight hair.
Wow.
Yeah, it was cool.
Were they touching it and shit?
They were, yeah.
That's pretty
What
cool.
freaked him out the most though was mirrors.
Oh,
I've
I
never seen a
bet.
perfect
Oh, so what
reflection.
they look like not like that.
And they've only seen it through like a river, you know. So he takes out the mirror and he shows it to them, and they would look at it for a second. They just get out of the way, just freaked out.
Really?
Yeah, it's very cool. Go look at it.
It's on
YouTube.
It's on YouTube. Fuck, that's
Yeah.
super interesting.
Mhm.
Imagine being amazed by a mirror.
But think about it. If you've never
Mushrooms.
seen something like
That's
that,
what I mean.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like meeting an alien. That's absurd.
Mushrooms.
Yeah, true.
Speaking of that shit, dude, I watched a movie that me and you had talked about. We'd like wanted to see for a while. It's on Hulu. Annihilation.
Oh, okay.
With Natalie Portman.
Yeah, my girl.
Yeah.
My girl.
Dude, I kind of had like mixed like conception about Natalie Portman. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I had mixed like reviews on like her acting. And, like,
Yeah, she's not that good.
no, dude, I didn't think she was that good, but I watched this movie and she was pretty fucking good. And like, you should definitely watch the movie.
I might.
I'm gonna.
Are there ads in Annihilation?
No, there's no. When you watch Hulu and you watch a movie on Hulu, there's no ads.
It's just TV.
Yeah.
Then I will fucking watch
It's
Annihilation.
really, really good, dude.
I'll watch that.
I don't want to like spoil anything for you, but like, I don't know. It's really cool. Fuck, dude. I want to watch it again.
I'll watch it. I'll try to watch it tonight.
We should watch it in the living room.
What?
We should watch it in the living
Anyway,
room.
so
On God. Fuck you.
Is there anything you guys want to end off on tonight?
Well, we just want to thank Tell for sitting in on the podcast. Had a lot of funny stories, informational information
Thank you guys
for us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Yeah, we hope to, if you want
Do
to
this
do
do this more.
Yeah, it was dope.
it's fine.
Yes.
Do you want to plug your Instagram or something?
Yeah, at Tell
It's gonna be in the
_Gresco.
description.
There you go.
Tell Gresco.
I do it. I don't even know ours, but
Fire.
Yeah, follow Tell on Instagram, and of course, we'll link his in the description as well.
make sure to DM him. He needs some love.
Word.
I need love.
We're-
Here's my DM.
Oh my God. Okay. That's
Fire.
it.
That's
That
on
was
episode 16.
Yeah, episode 16.
Peace.